This is Jackie, and I'm here with the Gospel Youth. We're here in Long Island, New York. How are you guys enjoying your day so far?
It's good, really good. It's like the maybe the coolest day so far of Warped Tour.
We had a really good set and it was a lot of fun. And it's just cool to be in New York. Like it's awesome.
Any good plans to get out to either Manhattan or sort of do a little tourist business?
Maybe like we usually like spend most of our time in the confines of our vans, so like, it's just like sightseeing out the window most of the time. But maybe
We're one of the few bands on Warped Tour that's driving ourselves. So there's 8 of us in an 8-seat van. It's very tight. We're sleeping upright or in the footwells. So I mean today I think it's only like a 3-hour journey. So we might do. I know that the guys in Movements just told us there's a beach across the way, so we might go visit that.
Nice little break. The weather's nice, and definitely enjoy that. You guys are about to release Always Lose. Tell me a little bit about what inspired the songwriting on that album.
we've always just written what we wanted to hear. Essentially, like when we found out that we had to write and release an album, like between then and now, there's like not been much time. So like we basically all last year we spent every month writing and releasing a single, and it was like month 10 when
We're a month 10.
when we found out we had to write an album. Like so, the time
We
is
still had we still had 2 songs left to write as well, and it was incredibly stressful. But we've always tried to stay true to what we feel and what we want to write about. Like I knew that there were songs that I wanted to write about, like my sister. I knew there were songs I wanted to write about, like my anxiety and stuff like that. And yeah, we tried. We can't. I wouldn't say we rushed it, but there's definitely things that that didn't fit on the record that we've got like in waiting, which I guess is a weird thing to say, seeing the first one isn't even out yet. But it's definitely an experience because we knew we had to do it all in such a short time. We knew that we were writing an album as opposed to like writing songs for the sake of it. I'm really excited to see what people think because from track 1 to track 10, it is an experience, and I think it'll make sense to a lot of people when you listen to it as a whole.
definitely.
What inspired the title of the album?
The title "Always Lose" is just, and like the artwork as well. So the artwork is it's an umbrella on fire with water coming underneath it. The whole thing is symbolic of our entire band, which is bad luck. There's been so many things, even since we came out to America, that have gone wrong. Just catastrophic things that would not happen to any other band. And personally as well, like there's been things that we've all been dealing with over the last year or years. And it's kind of symbolic of the bad luck, but it's also symbolic of the fact, like on the actual record itself, like a lot of it is fueled by hope. There's a lot of kind of like underlying themes of, pushing through and fighting and realizing that actually, things are okay. And I wanted the record to have this thing, and so that like when you see it and when you look at the title, you think, oh, this is going to be a bunch of sad songs, or it's going to be like fairly like somber. And then you open it, and the first thing you see on the left-hand side is a quote by my friend Bo, about how you keep going through the darkness. And when you listen to the record and you actually listen to it, it's not actually that, it's not about bad luck, it's not about sadness, it's about pushing through and realizing that there's actually quite a lot of beauty in the world.
Sounds like there's a little bit of a comparison to Bring Me the Horizon, and that's the spirit, the artwork, and just the idea of, there's a lot of crap in the world, but if we focus on the positive, then we can find our sources of hope.
We actually, funnily enough, when we got the artwork, we sent it over to Ollie and the guys, and we were like, hey, we know this is a little bit similar, but what do you think? And they were fine with it. But I think as much as there is a similarity between the theme and the artwork, I think the reason why there's a similarity is because it's something that everyone feels. We all have those days where we're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna not bother. And we all have the days where we think there's just no point. And we all push through and we all kind of get there at the end. And it's something that maybe we just need reminding of ourselves.
Yeah, so those are definitely universal ideas. I think that just because one person says this, let's find some hope, doesn't mean that everyone is going to hear it the first time. I think the more we hear that message of, yeah, there's some crap, but if we keep focus on the positive, I think the more times we hear that, maybe we'll start to actually believe it and start thinking that way. So I think that's great. So how does the album differ from your previous work?
I think it's like kind of similar, I guess. Like
We've always like from day one, we've always done the stuff that we wanted to do.
yeah,
There's a few people that are like, oh, you sound like this, but it's just the stuff that we love, like writing. There's definitely a progression, and I know that like it's kind of subconsciously, I guess, a step in the direction that we want to take. So it's kind of like long game in a way, but I don't think it's too different from anything that we've done. It's just a culmination of everything.
it just has the feel of an album because we've never had an album. So like we've just had like single. So there's never really been much definition like between the songs as such.
14 singles but no album, and only 2 of those songs are on this record. So yeah.
So what are your goals for the album and for the rest of Warped Tour? What do you hope to achieve?
Try and get as much sleep as possible, I guess.
I think that's a good goal considering your situation.
I think we've been taking like 2-hour like things, but for the record and for us, I mean, we're a band that essentially shouldn't be on Warped Tour. Like we're 2 years into our life, if you will. We haven't to this day we haven't released like an album. No one over here really knows who we are.
We're a UK band, and our album's coming out next week while we're in America. Like
the whole point of it was that we can come over here and we can show people what we're about. Like, and if like one person per show picks up the record or one person per show watches what we do, then like it's a positive for us, because the stuff that we touch on, the stuff that we do, we genuinely haven't listened to anything but our records since since we got it in our hands. So we kind of want to just spread it to people and see what they think, and hopefully it helps people. Hopefully people enjoy it. Who knows?
Well, I hope you continue to use Warped as a good vehicle. So stay tuned for much more from the Gospel Youth. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM and One Avenue.